Hello everybody, welcome back to the Battle Lounge, home of the ClickyWalls, and in this video we're going to be talking about the painting and building competition. So we've got the winners, and by the end of this video you're going to find out who they are and what they've won. So I think the best thing to do is just start off by explaining what it is for any of those of you that didn't see or haven't taken part in it. Basically, at ClickyWalls we decided that we was going to do painting and building competition, and the idea is just to get some images and get people, you know, excited in building and painting, etc. But get some images for our website that we can use to help promote ClickyWalls through social media and marketing and things like that. So ClickyWalls is very new business. It's only been going a couple of months. We've got quite a few people, quite a few customers so far. In fact, it's been absolutely phenomenal, really, how many people that we've got that have bought into the system and are printing, are enjoying it. Such positive feedback. It's been absolutely awesome. But we're still low numbers, obviously, because we're so new. And you guys that are buying at the moment and printing and using this system for your games, your Dungeons and Dragons games, you're like early adopters to the system, and it's only going to get bigger and better over time. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, to be honest. The last few months has been a bit chaotic, and we've gone from just a couple of little buildings to huge, great big dungeon systems. We've even got a massive castle. The castle's going to be coming out in about a week's time. I think it's 6 days, the countdown. Originally it was coming out a bit sooner. However, today the winners are going to be winning the castle, the towers of the castle, which is the most expensive bit. They're also the most versatile as well, because although they're the gatehouse towers for the main entrance into the castle grounds, they are essentially towers, and they can be built in any way, to any shape, any size, any sort of tower that you want for your D&D games. So they're probably the most versatile, which is why we're giving those away to the winners. Obviously we've got 2 winners, one for the painting competition and one for the building competition. I lost my train of thought there for a minute. So the other thing is, so while the winners will be getting the main castle, we'll also be giving runner-up prizes. So basically anybody that's entered, you'll be getting a $7.99 voucher, which you can use on any of our products that we've got available on the website. You can use them as soon as you get them, which hopefully will be by the end of today. I'm trying to get hold of Stuart to get him to release it. So if I have got hold of him, then you'll have those straight away, those vouchers. If not, it'll be very soon. And what you might want to do is you might want to leave it till next week to use them if you want to buy any of the castle sections. So castle sections, if you've been on the website, you'll see that the main one's about £16. The other build sets are about £8, and the main one obviously is, as I said, it's the towers, and then there's the portcullis section, which is £8. You've got the moats with the drawbridge, which is £8, and you've also got the walls, which is £8. Obviously all these castle sections are interchangeable with the rest of the ClickyWall system. There are lots of functional parts in the castle as well, so it's really cool. If you've seen any of the videos, we've got a crank for the portcullises, for example, and we've also got a crank mechanism, got a ratchet for the drawbridge as well, so you can raise it and drop it, etc. And there's all lots of other little functional parts with the doors and little bits, but you'll see anyway if you watch the videos. So let's get on with it. So we'll do the painting competition first. Now with the painting competition, unfortunately we only had one person enter, so by default, Hector, you've won the painting competition, so congratulations, mate. for that, you've won the castle towers, so the main part of the castle build there, that'll be yours. So we're going to get that over to you as soon as possible. Hector, you're absolutely awesome, mate. You're always posting on the forum, you're always sharing your builds with us. It's not just the one that you've entered, you've entered lots of different builds, and you're very creative with it. I've been very impressed, and it's absolutely amazing to see somebody take what I'm doing and turn it into something completely different than what I've originally planned for it, which is the whole point of ClickyWalls. It's that, you know, I'll give you the building blocks and you guys can just go out there and build whatever you want. So you've built some amazing buildings, but you're also actively painting. A couple of the guys have done some painting as well, but they didn't enter the competition. So as I said, by default, it's going to you for that one. But even if it wasn't, even if there was more in there, I'm sure you would have won anyway, because you've put a lot of effort in to what you're doing. I actually love your builds, and I look forward every time I go in on seeing what you've done next. I think you've been almost done more than what I have. So yeah, congratulations, mate. It's all on to everyone in our community as well. It's been great. So that's the painting competition. So moving on to the build competition. Again, we got Hector, James, Craig, John. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, John. I think it's Patnode. And John Sterling as well entered. Again, some great builds. And Hector built something really big and sprawling, whole dungeon, which was awesome. With James's, what I really liked about James is that the coloured filaments that he started using look really nice. A really tidy build. Craig done a mansion, and the mansion is massive. it's yeah, a really good. What I like about the mansion as well, it looks like it's a really nice playable one. You can almost imagine playing D&D and going up to this mansion with all the little rooms and everything and the different levels to it. It was a big one, and would look really impressive on the table as well. And then John Patnode, it was a small one that John done. But what I really liked about John's is the way that he set it all up to take the photos. It wasn't just on a table. He's gone to a lot of effort of putting a background in. He got the sky and got the tree trunks and everything like that, and then all the other little objects in there. So that was just a really nice setup, and similar to John Sterling as well. John's the other John number 2. His building was a bit bigger, but he also put a few props in there and everything, which made it look really nice. So it was really difficult to come to some sort of decision with these. Obviously, these sorts of things always are. Everybody's a winner. But I think probably for this one, I think I would have probably chosen Craig. In fact, I will choose Craig to be the first one, just because I really like the concept, the mansion, the amount of work that's gone into it, and the amount of filament that's been used just to print that mansion. I absolutely love it, and I think it was great. The only reason that I was on the fence with it is because Craig has also been volunteering and helping us build the website out, and he's done a hell of a lot of work to help us with that as well. So, and the other thing is, because Craig's been helping us with the website, he's got access to everything anyway that he wants, if he wants to print out anything. So giving him first place and winning the castle is almost a bit pointless, because he's been helping us. He's got access to the castle anyway. But I feel like he still deserves that first place. So just because of the build and what he's done, and close in with Hector as well, because Hector's built some amazing stuff. In fact, they were both neck and neck really, choosing a winner, and I thought, well, Hector's won the painting competition anyway, so I think it probably first place deserves to go to Craig. So I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the runner-up. So the person that was in second place, which is John Packnode, is going to win the castle. Okay, even though he's in second place, because I think he deserves it. I just love his little setup. So even though it is a small build, you can see that a lot of effort has gone into it, and I really like it. And it's one of the images I think that I really want to use to help promote ClickyWalls as well. So congratulations, John, you've won the castle. Craig, what I've decided to do, I'm going to send you some filament. So I know you're in the UK as well, so I haven't got to ship it abroad or anything like that. And I will send you filament. I just need to know what you want. So if you can give me a list of the different colours that you want, I'll organise that for you. And obviously the make as well, whatever it is. If it's bamboo, whatever you use, just let me know. We'll get that sorted, mate. And it's also a bit of a thank you for, you know, your volunteering. You've spent a lot of time and effort with all the work that you've done on the website. That leaves the runners up. So James and John Sterling, Hector is second place. You guys are all going to be getting a discount as well that you can then spend on whatever you want on the website. Really pleased with the entries, guys. It was absolutely fantastic. So, you know, this was almost like a little bit of a tester for me, because I've never done anything like this before. I was a little bit disorganised. I apologise for that. But it's the way that I work. I kind of just jump in the deep end and just put myself under that sort of pressure so that I get stuff done. So, and then you learn lessons from it. So you have a go, see what happens, figure out what worked really well, do more of that. What didn't work, do less of that. And I think I've learned a lot of lessons with this for next time. And there will be a next time. Once we got a few more people involved in the community and we got a little bit more growth, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to organise, I think. So a bit more time consuming, so I need to be organised for it. And I think that what I'll do next time is I'll set up a web page on the website with all the instructions on there, in video format of me explaining exactly what it is, what I want. So it's not just in the community, with obvious links to it, so anybody visiting the website can see it. A countdown timer, which is like what I've done on the castle build at the moment. I think that works quite well. And that way everybody knows what they're doing. And I think the other thing that I'll do as well, so rather than you guys posting it on the community, it just in amongst the chat, is once you've done your build and you're happy with it, and it's, you know, whether it's building or painting, then it'll just be a case, probably a submit form on the website again. So you just put your name in. Obviously you'll already be logged in, so you can just fill in your name and then just add the photos and then just submit them that way. That's the way that I'd like to do it, because I think it would be the nicest, cleanest way of doing it, but I'm not sure if that's the best way of doing it. So the other way that we do it is just get you to email the images in. And I think that way nobody will see the images and what they're up against. If somebody's doing really well and they feel like they can't do better than that, then they might not bother. So that was my takeaway from this. Although everybody's won something, everybody that's taken part in this has won something. If you've taken part in it and I've missed you off the list, just get in contact. The reason I haven't is because you haven't posted in the post that I've put for the printing and the painting. I probably will do a painting one again in the future, but at the moment it's clear that most people got involved with the building competition. So we'll probably be focusing on that first, do more building ones. And then, as I say, once we get more numbers, we'll definitely then come back to the painting one as well. Now, there's a couple of other little things that I just wanted to mention, and that is The underkeep's going really well. We've had a few problems with it, with people being able to connect and download, and it's basically has been a back end thing, getting it all to connect up. And there was something missing in the tags that it adds to people every month. Stuart thought that it automatically added tags. It didn't. He has to go in and manually add them every month, which he didn't realise. He didn't do that. That's why you guys didn't have access, but it is all done now, and so you've got access. The only thing you need to remember is that with the conclave, it is behind a paywall, so we can't just have everybody accessing it, which is why when you sign up, you get that unique URL that you just click on, and then that will take you into the conclave area where you can then download everything. Obviously, if you get problems with it, just let us know, and then we'll do what we can to fix it. I think most people haven't had a problem, but a couple of people have struggled with it a little bit. Obviously, we're always working on it. If there's a way that we can make it work better, we're always going to be looking at that and, you know, just trying to streamline things. For the most part, it's working, but as a new company, there's always going to be little hiccups like this. But for the most part, it's been pretty good. So that was that. The other thing was what we're looking at the moment is doing some shows. So we really want to do the Expo in the UK, which is a massive show. Thousands of people go to it, which would be great exposure for ClickyWalls, which is what we need at the moment. But that's not on. This year was full, so we're doing it next year. We're going to book a stand there. So anybody that's in the UK that's planning on going, look out for us there. The next one, or the first one that's coming up this year that we're going to do, that has got availability for traders, is Dragon's Meet, which is in London. I think it's Hammersmith. It'll be a really good one for us because it's just like D&D enthusiasts. Not as big as the Expo, but still a really good one. So we're going to try and get booked in for that. It's not a dead cert yet because we haven't booked it, and sometimes these expos, they have a certain amount of, you know, like they might have a certain amount of companies that are selling dice, a certain amount of companies that are doing terrain, a certain amount that are doing miniatures, because they wouldn't want all of the companies there all trying to sell the same thing, because that would be daft. So I don't know if we get in, but if we can, we're definitely going to be there, and I'll keep you guys updated with that. But it's really exciting. We're going to be giving away a lot of freebies there, and the plan is to bring, it's a good 6 months away, so we've got plenty of time to build a lot, but the plan is to bring a lot of the ClickyWalls, you know, all the castle, all the underkeep stuff that we've been doing, and we got quite a few more surface builds coming out as well that I want to be working on probably over the next couple of months, which we can bring as well. Lots of underkeep stuff, as you know. The latest one, which is the Iron Hold, is due to be released, I was going to say today, but I think it was yesterday, and I can't remember if I did it or not. So thank you again for taking part, guys. It's absolutely amazing. I am absolutely loving doing the ClickyWalls. It's such fun. It'd be my dream job, to be honest, if I could just not do dentistry anymore and just focus on this. Like, that would be my ideal, and it is my plan. And if I can pull it off, if we can get enough exposure, then it will probably happen. So if you think I'm producing a lot now, can you imagine if I was working on this full time? It would grow exponentially. Not that I can say that word. And it would, yeah, it'd be a dream of mine just to be able to work on this. I mean, who doesn't want to do the thing that I love doing more than anything? So, yeah, subscribe. Like this video if you're already subscribed. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.